the survivors, because that's exactly who they are. They are not victims, they are survivors. Let me say thank you for having more courage and moral clarity in your pinky fingers than the entire Department of Justice. We are currently the laughing stock of the world, partially because of the failed leadership within the DOJ, as we see kings and queens falling everywhere around the world. But we don't know the basics of right and wrong in this country, because it's not about partisanship. And that's why I applaud Thomas Massie, because he's the only person on the Republican side that has a backbone and knows how to stand up to corruption. But nevertheless, let me keep going. My Democratic colleagues have been attacked this entire committee hearing. They have been lied on, and frankly, the American people weren't looking for that. They were looking for answers about the corruption that they see coming from this administration. In fact, this administration is complicit. But there are numerous others, like how the DOJ is attempting to obstruct justice in the investigation of the rogue agents who have murdered American citizens, or how the DOJ seized voter data from Fulton County in an attempt to steal the 2026 midterm elections, or how federal agents have Tom Homan on tape accepting a bribe and your agency killed the investigation, or how your agency is ready to give the president a $230 million payday, which is unconstitutional. The Constitution is clear. The president shall not receive any payment except his salary while in office. The fact of the matter is that you will be remembered as one of the worst attorney generals in history, an attorney general who has prioritized obstruction over justice, corruption over the law, fealty to the president over loyalty to the Constitution. And Mr. Chairman, I will yield.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
Lion roar, na the mountain high. Smoke rise up, touch Jaja's sky.
Welcome to the Man Cave.
Welcome to the Man Cave. Nora Christine has taken over. So sorry. Gray did not come tonight. Go ahead, Mia.
This is Mia.
85 Slim.
I'm Doc.
Mr. Rippy Unfiltered. Candy, you're muted.
What's happening?
And we have a very, very, very special guest tonight. Reverend Jordan Wells, Black MAGA pastor, founder of Christians Against Anti-Semitism Institute. So we're going to have a good night tonight. Reverend went viral. He was featured on TMZ. Let me just play a clip of that, and then we'll get into our topic.
I crashed before the Grammys were over, but I loved the show. And usually I'm not into these.
It was a great concert.
It was a really
with some
good
awards
concert.
handed out.
Yes. It was a good concert.
But a lot of talk about the big winner, the Album of the Year winner, Bad Bunny, who also won a Grammy for
Best Urban.
Best Música Urbana. My Spanish is a little off there. But yes, that was his first award when he won that one, got up on stage, really kind of set the tone.
And this is interesting because in less than a week, he is going to be performing at the Super Bowl. There has been a lot of talk in this country about whether Bad Bunny was the right choice because he sings in Spanish. And that's because...
that was his message. And you could hear the crowd was Chiefs fan. But he says he is boycotting the Super Bowl this year because of the choice of Bad Bunny for the halftime show. And he is joining us right now. Reverend Wells, welcome to TMZ Live.
How you guys doing? Thank you guys for having me.
We appreciate you coming on. So, is your objection rooted in his view of ICE and immigration, or is it because he sings in Spanish?
Honestly, I don't care. Like I said, I'm a pastor, so I pastor Black people, white people, Hispanic people. We have Hispanic people that follow our ministry. I'm a Christian, so I believe God calls to love all people. It has nothing to do with him being in Spanish. It has everything to do with his divisiveness as a star.
All right, guys. I just wanted to show that Rev's been on with TMZ. Reverend, are you reverend of a church, or do you do like Bible study, or like what do you do? Because I would like to direct people to go and hear more of you.
Well, I had a church for years, and before that I traveled and preached, wrote some books, Christian books, and then I pastored for 3 years, and now I kind of have like a Bible study that I do, because when politics took off, it was very hard for me to keep my church, because I pastor Black people, and being a Republican, outspoken Republican, is not popular. So I have people that follow me who love my ministry, who still come. But it's very hard to build a church with Black people and be outspoken supporter of Trump or Republican values. So yeah, that's why I had to, I end up giving up my building now. We just hold monthly services. But I actively preach. I'm preaching every day. I preach on my X. I preach on videos. I have a separate ministry page where I just do ministry. I don't talk about politics. So yeah, that we call it Jordan Wells Ministry. So yeah, we do both. We do both. We're actively doing both.
At the end, I want you to tell everyone when you're closing out where they can find the non-politics page. I'd want to go follow it too.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so it's going to be a fun panel tonight. We're going to first kick it off talking about Pam Bondi. People in the chat, like, y'all still talking about this? No, don't worry. We're not going to drag Bad Bunny tonight, okay? We're past Bad Bunny. We moved on. We Bad Bunny'd it out this week. But in this class right here, this was Pam Bondi. We're going to have a balance tonight. It's going to be some critical of Pam Bondi, some in support. I'm going to kick it off and show where she did well. She was given 3 straight minutes